Hi everybody, I'm A. Michelle, and I'm one of the co-hosts of our new show, Brunch with the Morning Crew. That's right, myself, Robbie J, Uncle Eddie Ellis, and Aunt Boo are going to be coming to you live, and we're going to be talking about any and everything, the latest news, the latest fashion, you name it, we're going to be talking about it. And as you can see, we're here on our new set, and Robbie J is around here somewhere fixing it up, and he's going to be coming back, and we're going to be talking about our recent event, the Icon Awards. So watch this quick commercial, and we'll be right back to talk about the Icon Awards.
And welcome to our very first Brunch with the Morning Crew. I'm Robbie Jones, and this is...
I am A. Michelle, and welcome to Brunch with the Morning Crew show.
That's our new name, y'all. We're going to roll with it. Listen, we're here today to talk about the Icon Awards. We just finished up with the program this past weekend. Outstanding show. Have you recuperated yet?
I have not, and you know what, Robbie J, I am not even trying to, because that's a memory we're carrying around for a long time.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I really thoroughly enjoyed that, and just to see the look on those gentlemen's faces, knowing that we were honoring them. First of all, they act shocked. And I want to ask them, why you guys act so shocked, don't you? And I guess it's sometimes, one of the coaches explained, he says they don't realize that they have a big impact on our lives like they did. They just don't know, do they?
They have no idea, but I think they do now. Coming into it, just to see the love, the students there, former students waiting for them, just cheering them on, saying, hey, I love you, thank you, just goes a long way. And also the students now, the new leaders, the millennials who are now going to be taking the torch, and they're our new leaders, and they're going to go forth now, and they're going to pave the way for others. I absolutely love it.
That's it. Well, listen, it was a great show. We're going to talk about a little bit more. We're going to show you some excerpts of the show in just a little bit. So go ahead and grab your bag of chips, a soda, or anything you want, and we'll be right back with you after these messages. And welcome back to, what's our new name again?
Brunch with the Morning Crew.
Brunch with the Morning Crew. Robbie Jones and Michelle. Michelle, what was one of the favorite parts of the show the other night?
Well, one thing that stood out for me was the speech given by Reginald McLaurin and Larry Hilliard. They are both in the class of 1977, and they played with Warren Austin and Barney Lewis. So during that tribute time, they came up to speak to the families, and they wanted the public to know just how Warren and Barney got to Evansville University.
The siblings came on stage to receive those jerseys. How did that make you feel? And what made you think of that? That was an excellent idea.
Well, again, it was long overdue, and there is no better way to recognize someone than to retire their jerseys and give it to the families. We got the jerseys retired in Goldsboro High School in the gym, but to give it to the families to say, we still love them, we're still thinking of them, and we're thinking of you. And I know that Miss Cheryl Austin, she was just at all. Just to see her face, and she was so emotional.
As a matter of fact, we're going to watch a few excerpts of that. Watch this.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm privileged, indeed honored, that this Icon Award has been given to my baby brother, Barney Lewis. The legacy that he has with the family has been just continuing, and that I was fortunate to give birth to a son, and I named him Barney. And would you believe his last name is Austin? So we have both to pay tribute, both names to pay tribute with my son. We know it's been a long time since the tragedy, but the time somehow seems to go quickly. We find that we often think of Barney and Warren, but we are thankful that their legacy will go on. And I do give great thanks to the Icon Award preparers, those persons who had the vision to see that they could pay tribute to two young men who had come from the city of Goldsboro. And I do thank you.
job came available for that coach, all of a sudden, the coach wanted to go with him. He also wanted Barney. He wanted myself. They also wanted Ronnie Holloway. Also, Coach Lee. There was only 2 scholarships available at the time. Warren received one and Barney received the other. Myself and Ronnie were in a holding pattern.
Boy. Wow. Seemed like this was just yesterday. And I would just like to say thank you to everyone who made this possible. You know, after 40 years, it just seemed like, you know, to me, after tonight, like it just happened. So you got to excuse me. We have tried so hard to keep their legacy alive. And I feel like we've done that. And it was because of all the people who have worked so hard to make this happen. And again, I would just like to say thank you.
Welcome back with A. Michelle and Robbie J. And we are here with our new show, Brunch with the Morning Crew. So Robbie J, tell me, was there anything that stood out for you in that show?
You know what? Just watching the coaches as they came up to accept the award was almost, y'all couldn't see me with a little, I got a little teary-eyed. You know, I ain't no punk now. I ain't no punk. You know, but I got a little teary-eyed because it seemed like it meant so much. You know, to those gentlemen, and you know, I mean, to see a Coach Nance and a Coach Lane and a Coach Wisenhunt and a Jerry Johnson, those 4 great men who impacted our lives so much. It just seemed like it was just so surreal just to have them together. But that really meant a lot to me.
Yes, and I can tell that it meant a lot to them as well because we were backstage watching them on the monitor. So if you could have just seen their face on the monitor, I tell you, you had to be there. This is one of those things where you can't even rely on somebody else to tell you how good it was. You really had to be in the seat and watch it as it unfolded.
For this honor. But first, before that, I'd like to thank God for giving me the opportunity to come back to Goldsboro from Clinton, North Carolina to coach. I got a telephone call from my mentor, Norvell Lee. I was in Enfield, Connecticut. He called me and asked me, he said, "You got a job yet?" I said, "No." He said, "Son, to come back to Goldsboro." I said, "I think we got something for you." I immediately flew back to Goldsboro, and the rest is history. Norvell was truly an outstanding person who cared for his players. And I took on that same trait that I adopted from him.
It's an honor to be here, and I think the best years of my life probably were at Goldsboro High School with people like Jerry and Lisa and Jared and Charlie. This is what life's all about. Enjoying it, and it's what you put in, it's what you get out of it, and it's been rewarding for me. I know now that I'm fixing to go through, I'm going through what they call second childhood. My wife bought me a puppy about 4 weeks ago. And I'm really looking forward to October when I get the pony. This is kind of the way my life has always been.
For selecting me to be an honoree tonight. I think it is a special honor to be one of the first to be selected into something that is just beginning like tonight. I can tell you though, there's one person here that deserves to be honored more than myself, and that's my wife, Janice.
Thank you very much. First up, giving honor to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm indeed blessed to be at this point in my life. Coach Richard Hunt made a statement, and I know exactly what you're talking about, Coach Richard Hunt, about Lou Gehrig, who was the Iron Horse for the New York Yankees, and with the disease, who said, today is the luckiest day of my life. I don't say lucky, I say blessed. Today is the most blessed day in my life. And first thing that I say on that is that yesterday we celebrated my mother's 100th birthday. That I just don't think that there are many people that are any more blessed than I am. Now, somebody was telling me a while ago, I started up on the stage, and that's Eddie's fault. As an official, all the others that have introduced him in coaches, Eddie said Jerry, and he was looking at me. Well, as an official, I see real good, but don't hear real good. So that's why I started at that. I thought he was calling me on that.
And welcome back. I told you, those four men are awesome. Love them. I'm definitely still gonna stay in contact with them, and because we're gearing up for next year's Icon Award, and they were actually the very first, so it was really special to them. Who were those gentlemen?
They are Triumph and Praise. It was Mr. Reginald Gooden and Mr. J.T. Morales.
They were awesome. I was just in awe of them, and you hear so many people talking about where they come from. All this talent in the city of Goldsboro. Right here in the city of Goldsboro. Yeah. And I have worked with Reginald before. He's like my godson, so anytime I'm doing an event, I would always pull him in. Yeah. And so when he called me and said, hey, do you mind if I bring someone? I said, no, because if they're working with you, I know they're good. Right. I know they're good. They're awesome. Man, those guys are fantastic, and they just made my night. But that was just a small portion of some things that was going on. Who was some other entertainment that we had? Did you see Dolores Meadows and Kiara Bryant? I mean, the songstress, Miss Dolores Meadows. Yeah. She sung I Look to You while Kiara Bryant did a dance interpretation. And the thing about their performance is they didn't even get a chance to rehearse. They met that night at the event for the first time right before they got ready to go on stage. I once again at practice, I was in awe. So it was an honor for me to sit there and watch them, and I actually forgot that we were behind the scenes working. And one time Michelle was calling me on my phone, and my phone was just ringing because I was just sitting there watching them. And but they were awesome. We had a lot of great talent there that night from the beginning to the end, even with Miss Victoria Ruffin. Singing the national anthem. And her kids. She had her kids from Dillard Middle School to open us up at the Icon Award. So that was very, very special. And it was just a great, wonderful night. It was all the way around. And even going back to, like I said, we went to church and we came back, and the group Too Cool, which is Reginald Gooden and JT Alston, they came out, and I'm telling you, they rocked. They got the crowd hype. Again, from the beginning to the end, the show just was awesome. It was awesome. And look, how can we forget our two hosts? You can't. Eddie and Aunt Boo. Let me tell you, listen, they need no rehearsal.
None.
As Michelle like to say, they stay entertainment ready. But you know what? When we first asked them to do this thing, they jumped right on it.
Yes, they
without
did.
hesitation, knowing that all proceeds was going to go to scholarships towards Goldsboro High School students. I can't thank them enough. Like I said, they needed no rehearsal. They're on point. And Aunt Boo is a mess.
Yeah, she is. And you know what? She is one of those ones that, you know what, you don't need to worry about practice with her, because if it's in you, she's going to bring you out. Just her personality alone makes you want to laugh.
When you told me, well, Kevin Austin's going to sing the closing song, I'm going to just be honest with you. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Once again, at practice, at rehearsal.
Oh, you know what happened, right? And I'm going to tell you why it went down like that, because you know what class he's in? The Goldsboro High School class of 1986.
Here she goes, this 86.
Because we're the only class that matter, really.
Class of 83, we rock.
Because
I try to tell her, class of 83, we went to the state championship. Okay, we went to the state championship, class of 83. Shorty, all you guys, y'all remember we went, did y'all go to the championship?
Okay, so let me tell you why, and we're going to get back to Mr. Austin, because you know what, he's got to get his just due, but here is why the class of 86 has to be in the discussion.
Is this going to be long?
It's not, I'm going to cut it short. It's not going to be long. Well, this is why we got to put the class of 86 in the discussion.
Oh my Lord.
First of all, we had 2 extra effort award winners, and that was Darius Azell and Von Newsom.
What?
So that was the first and only time that 2 players have been presented with that award, all right?
Okay.
So we got 2 extra award winners. What did y'all have?
Okay, we talking about.
Okay, so then 2, they had their own theme song. They ran out to Curtis Blow. They're playing basketball. What y'all have? Okay, 3, they had a T-shirt with their picture on it, and it was autographed. What y'all have? Okay, 4, they were like what? 24-1 or 23-1. They lost that last game right before the state, but due to no fault of their own, we know what happened. We don't have to get into that. And then guess what else? They had 6 seniors scholarships go to college. That's why you got to put the class of 1986 in the discussion for the greatest of all times.
Okay,
I rest my case.
83. Okay, now I understand all that, but you know what though? I was on the high school, North Carolina High School Athletic Association record book the other day. What I saw was Goldsboro High School basketball team, class of 83, state championship game. I didn't see anything about extra effort award. I didn't see anything about anybody around there. Curtis Blow, Dougie Fresh,
he's just
Run
jealous.
DMC, and all that other stuff. I saw in the record book it said class of 83 state championship. So that's a debate for another time.
You know when you're good, they call you Cracker Jacks.
But we know the deal. We know the deal on that. Okay. Now getting back to Kevin Austin.
Again, he represented the class of 86 in good fashion, high fashion. Kevin came out, and I mean, he knocked Luther Vandross's rendition of One Shining Moment right out the park.
He did that. That's basketball songs. It reminds me when I played for Alabama, University of Alabama.
See what I'm saying? That's why you got to go with class of 86. That's why you got to go with the class of 86.
Whatever.
And when you watch this, feel free to get on Facebook and say, Michelle, I agree with you.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, but listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. If you get a chance to see any of these people that we honored the other night, hey, just tell them that you love them, that you enjoy them, and let them know what they meant to you. We have so many icons in Goldsboro. That's why this is the first annual, and we hope to do this thing again next year. Well, we will do it next year.
Absolutely, we will,
because there's so many people that we need to honor. I'm not going to start calling names now because if I do, I know I'm going to leave somebody out, and I definitely don't want to do that. You know what? We also have some more stuff coming up in Goldsboro soon. We're going to take another real quick commercial break, and we're going to come back and talk about that. Okay. Hey, listen, we have some more events coming up in Goldsboro, especially around Memorial Weekend. I know, Michelle, you got a basketball game coming up, right?
I do. It's the 2nd annual All-Star basketball game, and that game is a direct tribute to Coach Lee and Coach Whitley.
Okay.
And the East team is Coach Lee, and the West is Coach Whitley. Now, last year, the East team took the honors and won the championship.
Okay.
So we've got some players returning back, to defend their championship. Ted Best will be back. He's going to be defending the 3-point shootout contest because he won that. So it's going to be great.
Make sure you guys come out and support these people in these events. They're great events.
Yes.
It gives you something to do here in the city of Goldsboro. You always hear that rumor, there's nothing to do in Goldsboro. I promise you, Memorial Day weekend, there's going to be so much to do, man, that you're not going to know what to do. I think Marshall is having an event.
Yes, Marshall Watson, who's also in the class of 1986. There we go again. I'm telling you, in the class of 86, he does a talent show every year, and he gives back to the community as well. And his will be that Saturday at the Paramount Theater, and I want to think it starts at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes.
And then there's my girl Kiki. Coley Entertainment.
Kiki Jones
with the
Coley.
Serious White Party.
Oh yes, this year I think they changed the theme a little bit. They're going to be glowing in the dark.
Okay.
The glow part. Glowing.
That's awesome. Gear up for next year. We got it's going to be kind of hard to top this year's show. We've had several people tell us already, man, you guys going to have to put your work in to top this last show. But that's what drives us. We love a challenge when it comes down to doing stuff like that. So stay tuned. The morning, what's the name of it?
Again, we are Brunch with the Morning Crew. We're going to be coming to you soon. It's going to be myself and Robbie J. We've got Uncle Eddie Elwes. We've got Aunt Boo, and we're going to be bringing it. We're going to be talking about any and everything. And we're going to have guests. So could be you right here on Brunch with the Morning Crew.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.